Welcome back to my channel. Here we are going to be working on the construction of isometric view of these given orthographic views. So these views are given a first angle projection, as we have that this is the front elevation and this is the plan or the top view. So the first thing that we are going to be doing, let's talk about the dimensions on this object. So from here to here is 60 millimeters, and then so the center of this isometric hole is 24 from this end. Okay, so that is all that we have in the front elevation. And then again, the lowest point is here, so lowest point B is here, so we need to take note of that. Then coming to the plan, so distance from here to here is 50 millimeters, and the thickness from here to here is 12, and the same thing applies to this 12, and this is also 12 millimeters. Then from this line to this end is 72 millimeters. Diameter of this circle is 24. Then the center line of this circle from this end is 25, and then we have this curve to be 10 millimeter in radius. So we are going to be making use of these dimensions to produce the isometric view of this object. So let's go and see how this can be done. So the first thing that we are going to do is to produce this T shape. Okay, we produce this T shape in isometric. Okay, so then we can then go on and make it a solid, then work out some other things that we have to work out. So let's start and see how this can be done. The first thing that we are going to do here, so just come up a bit like this. You need space down here, so based on the position of the object. So draw a short horizontal line here like this, and then so on this line we are going to indicate the lowest point. So this is the lowest point, so we write B here as the lowest point is B. So then take your set square, so draw a line, so in this direction like this. Okay, and then so draw a vertical line at this point. So this vertical line will go up like this, so the vertical line will go up like this. Okay, then on this line, so we take a measurement of 12 millimeters, so to this to the left side, so this is 12 millimeters here. Okay, and on this line we take a measurement of 60 millimeters, so this is 60 millimeters. So get the midpoint of this 60 millimeters line, that is 30. So you come to this point here, so draw a vertical line. So draw a vertical line here like this. Okay, so then we take this point on this vertical line, so we take it to this line. Okay, so we have this, and then so this midpoint that we have gotten here, so we take a measurement of 6 millimeters down this line, 6 millimeters down. Okay, so this is 6 millimeters here, and take 6 millimeters up, this is 6 millimeters. So now, so from this point here, so draw this line, so draw it forward, so draw it forward like this. Okay, so and then there's something I want to do. We are not going to get the whole of this shape at once, so because of the curve that we have down here, no, that curve will also be down, it will be up. Okay, so I want us to create the curve within this part. So what we are going to do now is that we have that the total distance from here to here, that is from this end to this end here on this, so is 72. So thickness from here to here is 12. If we subtract 12 from 72, so the balance is 60. So we take a measurement of 60 millimeters from this point. So this is 60 millimeters here. So we are going to transfer this. So we transfer this point. So transfer it to this side. Okay. Then take a measurement of 50 from this point. 50 millimeters from this point, as we have that the width or the wideness of the object is 50. Okay, so that's 50 millimeters. So what we are going to do now is that, so we let's do this. So from this point, draw this line, let it touch this, and then so come to this point, so draw a line, so in this direction. Okay, so then I will leave the one of this, I will leave it for now, but I will come to this point and draw a line in this direction, and then I will come here, so draw a line in this direction. So let's leave that for now. So this 50 that I've taken its measurement here. I'm going to transfer it. So I will transfer it to this point. Alright, so I'll just leave it for now. Let's leave it for now. So we have it as a plane shape. So now, so the radius of this curve, is 10, and the same thing applies to this. So we are going to create an isometric square here of length 20 millimeters. So this is how we are going to do it. So we take a measurement of 20. So this is 20 millimeters here. Then break it down into 2. That is 10. Then come to this point here. Do the same thing. So here we have this is 20. Break it down. So we have this. So do the same thing on this side. So from here, take 20 millimeters inward and break it down into 2. That is 10. So we are going to transfer this. So we transfer it to this side. Okay, so then okay, so let's draw this also. So this point where we have the midpoint, so transfer it to this side, and then so turn your set square like this. So draw this line. Okay, so from this point transfer this point so to this side. Okay, and then so this also will transfer it to this side. So we have created an isometric square on this side. Then coming to this point also, so we transfer this point, transfer it to this side, and then this also we transfer it to this side here. Okay, so we have created an isometric square also on this side. Now the curve that we have, it goes from this point to this point. That's how we have the curve. Okay, that's how we have the curve. So what we are going to do now, so I'm not going to make use of my compass to draw the curve because it's a bit small and maybe somehow okay, yeah, I can use the compass. All right, the reason why I said I can use compass is that for me to draw the curve on this side, I'm going to make use of this point. I don't have to draw the longest diagonal because the curve is around this part. It's from this point to this point that we are using. So I have to put the pinpoint of the compass here at this point, then extend to this point here. So I will extend it to this point. Okay, so extend to this point, then I will draw like this. So gently draw it, let it touch this. So this is it. So we have this, so we stop it there. So then for this one that we have here, I need to draw the longest diagonal, join the longest corners together. So this is it. So this point and this point. So draw the longest diagonal, which is this one, like this. Okay. So what we have to do, just need the curve to touch this line. We need to touch this line. So what I'm going to do in this case, because the radius will be small, so if all I need to do is to join these 2 points. I will join this point with this point like this. Then I need to make use of this point to draw that curve. So if I put it here, let me try it. If I put it here, all right, it's going to work. So I just need to take it easy. So we draw from here. So draw from here to touch this line, just to touch this line. That's all that we need. Just to touch it, that's all that we need. Okay, so we leave it this for now. So now let's go up to draw the one at the top. So what we have to do now is that come to this point here. So we draw a line forward. So it goes like this. Okay, so then we are going to so we draw from this point on the first one that we drew. So we draw a vertical line to touch this one, the new line, and then so this new line, so where it touches the new line here, we take it to this side, and then we come to this point. So we now draw a vertical line to touch this line. Then we transfer this. So we transfer it to this side. Okay, so transfer it to this side, and then so draw a line from here to touch this line. Okay, so we have that. Then from this point, so from this point, draw a vertical line to touch this line, and then so transfer this, so let it touch this line. So the solid is already showing. Okay, so what we are left with is to draw the isometric square on this surface. The lines are so many, so as a technical drawing student you must be able to know the line that you are working on. That is very, very important. This work is not a confusing work. That's why when you practice very well, you will be able to identify the lines that you are working on. That is the joy of this work. It's very, very simple. Now we come to this point, so we are going to create an isometric square on this surface. So on this new one that we just drew, so we take a measurement of 20. I don't want to make use of the ones that I took before, so I'm doing it separately. So I take the measurement, okay. So and then on this line from this point, so we take 20, though the line is still there, so we take 20. I'm just checking so that I can have an accurate work, okay. So we have this now. So then coming to this point, I'll do the same thing. So we have this point, take 20. So we have this point, okay. Then all right, so that's all that I will take. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that from this point, so we are creating an isometric square on this upper face. So we transfer this line to this side, and also this point also we transfer this point to this side, and then so we turn like this. So from this point I will draw this, the midpoint, and I will also draw this from this point here. So we have created that isometric square on that part there. So we also transfer this, and then this also we transfer this point to the other side. We have an isometric square. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is that, so for this side, as I did for this one, so what I'm to do is to put the midpoint on my compass here at this point here. So putting it here, so putting it at this point. So then I'm going to join these 2 points together. So this point here and this point here, I will join them together. So we join these 2 points together. So we gently draw it. So just turn it like this. Alright, so we have it drawn. Okay, it's as simple as that. Then for this side here, so we are going to join these 2 points together. So this point here and this point are the point that we are to join together. So we need to draw the longest corner or the longest diagonal. So we need to draw the longest diagonal. So we draw like this, and to locate the center, join these 2 points together. Join these 2 points together like this. So we have the center there. So put the pinpoint here. So we have to do it gently. So draw like this. So just draw. So you may not see what I'm doing, but you will see when I'm done. So we join these 2 points together. This is how it goes. You can see how simple it is if your work is accurate. So what we have to do here now, so to perfect this, so join these 2 points together so that the curve will show. So we join these 2 points together like this. Alright, so this is how it should be. So and then so make this line a thick line. So make this line a thick line like this. Okay, so that's what we have here. So the curve is already here. Alright, so we are done with that. So the next thing that we are going to do is to create this isometric hole. So we have to create that isometric hole. So we have to take a measurement. So on this side we take 24, as we have it, that from here to here is 24 for this center. So take 24, and here take 25. So we already have that 25. Okay, let me get that 25. That is the midpoint. Let me take it from this end here. So break this 15 to 2. So this is 25 here. Okay. Alright, so we have to draw the line. So draw this line. So draw it here. So it will serve as center line. Then here from this point, take 24 millimeters. Take 24 millimeters. So this is 24 millimeters here. So then we transfer this 24. We transfer it to this side. So here is it. Okay. Then we are going to create an isometric square here of length 24 millimeters. Yes, 24 millimeters. So from this center here, you take 12 in here, okay, and take 12 millimeters up. So this is 12 millimeters. And then so you come to this line, okay, so take 12 millimeters down and take 12 millimeters to this side. So this is it, okay. Then we are going to connect this point together. So draw this line, and then so draw this line, so to create the square, and then so draw this line, and then so draw this line. Alright, so we have that. So then so join the longest corners together. I can see the lines clearly. I can clearly see the lines. So there are so many, but I know the ones I'm working on. So which is draw the longest diagonal, and then so join this point. This point here, join it together with this point, and this point also. So you join it together with this point. Okay. Alright, so we are going to draw the isometric circle. So putting the pinpoint here and extend to this point. Okay, so we are going to draw an arc from here, and it goes like this to this point. Okay, so lines are many, but I'm able to identify them. So put at the center here. So from this point, so draw an arc going in this direction. You can see it. Alright, so then we take it, put it at this point here, and extend it to this point. So draw an arc to touch this one, okay. And finally, so put it here at this point. So we draw from here to join this. So we have drawn the isometric circle. But this is an isometric hole, not an isometric circle. It's an isometric hole. So with the wideness of this circle, we should be able to see the down part, and then considering the thickness of this object. So the thickness is just 12, so you should be able to see the down part. Supposing the circle is not as wide as this, so let's say it is around something like maybe something like 16, 15, 16. So may not consider seeing the down part of this hole. So you may just draw this circle and leave it like that. Okay, but because of the thickness is just 12, and the wideness of this circle is 24. So we must be able to see the down part of the hole. So we need to work that out. And how can we do that? If you have watched my videos on the construction of isometric hole, you will understand what I want to do. So I will urge you that you go and watch the videos on how to make isometric hole in an isometric block. So I made for the 3 faces of an isometric isometric cube. Now let's work this out now. Now from this point here, so take your ruler and draw a vertical line. Set square. Draw a vertical line here. You come to this point on this square. Okay, come to this point here and draw a vertical line down like this. Then come to this point here, draw a vertical line down. Now the thickness of this part is 12. So from this point, take a measurement of 12 millimeters. And if you look at it, we already have that 12 millimeters from this point to this point. So I don't have to draw it again. So this I don't have to measure it again. So this point on the circle, so is where we have that 12. The same thing will apply to this if I'm to take that measurement. But the only one that we have left is that you come on this point on this circle here, not at this point, but on this circle. Take a measurement of 12 millimeters down. So take 12 millimeters down. So this is here, this is 12 millimeters. Here we have 12 millimeters. So this is the point. So take note of this point. So we now make use of our French curve to join these 3 points together making a curve. Alright, so with my French curve being set along this point, the point should be well arranged on the edge of the French curve. So join this point together like this. Join them together. Okay. Alright, so you can see the curve. So that is the down part of this object. So as you can see here, we have completed it. All we have to do is to bring out the visible outlines and edges. And I will pause the video and quickly do that. When I'm done, you will see the final result. Alright, so this is the complete or the isometric view of the objects. As simple as I've done it here. All you have to do is to practice. I usually say practice, practice, and practice, and then you become a master at this work. Thank you. Keep on practicing, and God bless you.